love you.
Fast. She is memorizing.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
She's not even asking you anything.
Of course, Detective. You can always...
Kuno does...
The man before you is naked, but for a...
Yes, we do.
Typical Martinique. Street lights like this one were part...
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. The light has undergone 3 transformations.
The light has been removed and rewired.
The most important transform...
Okay, that checks out. What a shirt. All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular... The boombox's weight on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harman Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape-reel eyes.
And here you are. Hello, hello. Let me know if I... Of course. It's in working order still, isn't it? Just traffic. I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive. Now that I think about it, I do.
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
He shakes his head, slowly. You see rows of toy soldiers. A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, chemically sweet. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A tub warm with water. Number 312. Craters. There's one bump on the road. Tragedy comes from the wheels. The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall. Reaching from one, a row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, 10 meters away. Other shades are lined up in an order. A long time has passed since the abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. A host of men. They stand, facing the wall. 7 men in combat uniform. The commandant, the one who gives the order.
I don't know. I don't know who died here. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by...
Remember what Trent Hiddleston...
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe...
Yeah. To be honest, if a coalition member was in...
A cold sea... The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of dripping water falls. There's rust and corrosion.
No. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad. Well enough, actually.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable. Calling. Still, this feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? Do you have any news about Pierre? He's my sister's grandson. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country. This is because we are bred. I just so want...
Disconnect tone.
Yes, what is it? Yes? Thanks.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Unknown. A motor carriage? The escutcheon on her throne says, small figures of wise men. Below both women, and then along the left side, afterlife. Could these words be the part?
Death. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RC. It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We are justice, union, prudence, and force. You are brutal and dumb.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her. It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota. Evening falls. The vows are blurred and flesh. Lower intestine, fascism, Brota. Many things, but it's mostly about, yes, women. That's what fascism was. Stomach truth. You're having, because you've said the hard things. Okay, that sounds much better. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. There's a slow pain. It is one of... The buzz of... There's a gap where the name...
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. My suggestion is don't. Don't go a lullaby my mother used to sing. I surrender.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Like I said, it's an old children's song. I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Well, hand it over. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Tequila sunset. Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Hey, let's not jump ahead of our... You got here on Friday to solve a case. Hoping... Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police...
It is. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
It was a late Saturday night when we, the union... One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage.
Do you remember this?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality. Anyway, there was a brief silence. Sounded like someone jumped the... What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage The time! So, naturally, being... The time hath come for tequila sunset! The end of all! Your reality contracted. We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. Recognizing a brother in need, we asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we all call you that from then on. I'm not sure. I think you were the event. No, that's just what your mother called you. Your hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, how they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed...
Wow.
Yeah, I bet tequila's a fuck...
If you only knew.
You were pretty vague about it.
No one's ever got...
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had... Beside your gun and your badge... In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage, too? You told us that they were a bunch of fucking... No specifics, though. It was more... Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd...
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
Yeah, you said that it was okay that you... This was before you started talking about how the Pinkies were... You kept apologizing for being such. You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid." It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why. Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? It depends.
You might get scammed here.
No, the reality of the situation. Booze! Did you already forget our part? So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems not much, but it.
Hey, Spiral Boy!
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story. I was once I used the profits from my. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm. But the burden of leadership. 22 full-time employees. And it did. With my. But now dreams are. One day I left on my evening run.
His eyes are clouded. His eyes are.
So I removed the keyring and put the keys. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. Wet, okay? I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because reality was looking rather grim. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, I rang my neighbor's buzzer. People are naturally wary of. Just then, I experienced him. But when I reached my. Anyway, long story.
He pinches his.
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh? Yeah. But what matters is that it's true to my.
Truly, he has the soul of an artist.
Good fucking question, Tequila. I used to own my realities. Now I can't have.
A lost jacket. Sounds like a mystery you could look into.
Tequila, it's a. Say, you're a detective. Nah, this isn't it. Found? That's medium concept stuff. Totally not my style. It's a big world out.
Hey, Dooms!
Not on your fucking. Tell you what, Tequila. Why don't you just hang on to that one? I'll get another jacket.
At least you got a nice jacket for your troubles. Okay. I'm glad you finally started dressing a little more like an officer of the RCM.
The lieutenant regards you for a moment.
Right, detective. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world. Let's not get ahead of. Anyway, we should.
Put your hands where I can see them. Show me your hands. This is...
Scavenged. Battery pack. Her hand is trembling from some...
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Failure to comply.
Her eyes bulge with terror.
I am the police. Don't move. Don't move. Hands on your head. Lateral vascular neck restraint.
Be careful, detective.
The situation looks... You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do.
It's the goddamn police, shitbag. Hug the pig.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear.
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Status unconfirmed. No. No, no. No.
There's a scenario unfolding in her head.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised.
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
License and registry.
It's not a code, just disjointed word.
Officer in need of assistance.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force.
Big red key? That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this. She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights.
Confined quarters. Assailant coming at me.
Oh my God. In your peripheral vision, the
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
grab the gun right now.
No one ever cares anymore.
Great gears are grinding to a halt.
Oh, woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this. Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8, and loneliness. Yeah, looks like a bad case. But the question is what to do with her right now.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't.
I don't think there's any need for that. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family. Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, but I think we are done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless.
It's you again. What is it?
Your local law enforcement.
Yeah. God. Poor lady. Don't.
Hey, wasn't Everott's B team looking for her the...
Yeah. I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig? No? Well, whatever then.
No. They totally said what it was.
I don't remember. Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with? Auntie LaPlante, we always...
Marianne, amigo.
Be anything else you wanted to know? Was? Like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away.
Us kids? That must have been ages ago.
Get wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well.
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig? No, I didn't.
Yeah, cop. Dunno. She lives...
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at...
No problem.
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
The door is still... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your clean-shaven face, adorned with the expression. The bed is still cold from the broke. It's not easy, but you're
Thoughts, baby. A million little
recorded in you forever.
No, you're spinning. On and on it goes.
Behold, there am.
It's the world, Harry boy. You can never forget this shit.
All
You're the son of the world again.
reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The end.
You'll go insane if you keep going.
Solving your little crossword puzzles, doing your tasks, crossing names off lists. Beep, beep, beep.
Do it for the wind. Do it for the picture puzzle.
I mean, officers.
Hello? Lena and I were just Hell no. I had no idea.
Thanks.
Oh, hello, sweetie. So nice to see you again.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. You're chummy. Just go.
Oh, I'd be delighted. No. It's the cryptid. The eight-eyed
mutation.
Until
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty. But, of course,
it happened on a botanical the world's alone. He was lost. With every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. Yes, the professor.
what chap?
Then, the Tetator, the bird, was controlling his mind. It kept him from... The eight-eyed Tetatorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed... Yes, way, sweetie.
Modern radar.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a...
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
Sadly, yes.
Not really. It's just...
Very.
This one's very famous. That would be the giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast... No one knows the tower.
Who here?
That's what makes... There are...
Gravity anomaly?
Cryobacter. Yes, the bacteria. Michanu disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought. Yes.
It's actually a little hard to see. But do go on.
Yes, and she's... We can assume that she is the gnome of Jeroma. Oh, yes. It was. A couple of campers found it still took.
If the body of the creature was found...
Alas, the first... Instead, all the...
Alas. Always alas, and then it was gone.
I understand your skepticism. What an interesting question.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them. Okay, I want...
It's the Coldama...
Coldamamadakwa can also be translated.
Yes. Although the low part...
Fine, I'll bite.
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't plenty. When playing back recordings they had made, the science, they realized that they grew quite sequester, time, job. It could be. That is, they tried to communicate.
They cancel each other out.
Exactly. After that, the corpuscle.
Of course.
I'm glad you did, dear. What about what? Of course, dear.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Yes, sir.
The man ponders.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist? I'm afraid they're closed. Anything else, Detective? Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is 57th over and...
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
That's one
If I were a real...
A snazzy ship...
Yeah,
Well,
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in
I can tell you who we're not, Cop.
Which is not to say that
the part of this presentation you want to take home with...
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their...
You don't know?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
The Skulls are the most vicious gang of...
Besmatine, or...
The nastiest bunch of
possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their...
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock. Or you can...
I can't wait to become a Skull. Murder? Yeah, sure.
Also, he was hanged. Yeah.
These punks don't...
Hey! Stop that!
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question...
Exactly.
We should move along.
Couldn't keep up, huh?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right...
Yeah.
By the way...
For all their nihilistic posture, the lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez.
Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, we are.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking...
Be wary of the abyss.
It's a threat. An impotent threat of violence.
Whoa. Come on, man.
Yeah. No...
You wanna talk? Let's talk, boys. Ask them.
We're not franchise Skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, because we can be
but in a non-threatening...
We'll fuck the system from...
Right on, fuck. Mm-hmm. What about them? Well, the word... Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. What I mean by this...
It seems that the young man...
Like I said before...
I'm wondering if...
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times. And even then, it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though, you get more fish, because when one...
Hate to admit it. Is it a coincidence that here we have two bad...
Yes? What is? What are you implying? No, I don't. What are you implying? Neither. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements. Seems about right.
That's an
So are we done here? Or...
Looking for some...
Is this about the question?
To the left of... The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine. The tear machine stands in the corner. A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all... This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it, turning the crank, feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood.
You're Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno does...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist? Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? I'm afraid that...
We should try...
Anything else, Detective? 57?
In the cabin, you...
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Sweet, sweet Jenny. Of course, officer. Sure, officer. No, thank you.
Vigilance officer? What can this all... It's a Belle McGrave.
His moves are quick and precise.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. I'm not surprised. They're probably... As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No, there's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating. I was 22 when I returned.
The Ikeda operation.
I won her back.
You were like... Those days and memories are...
The old soldier says nothing. But when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant. Darkness lies inside, but you gently lift the...
We should take it back to Miss Lucan and...
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a...